Hello and welcome to Be the Ant Preparedness. How you doing, guys? If you like the videos, do the like, share, subscribe thing, please. Helps us out. I'm going to preface this by saying that we are going to talk about some uncomfortable things. So if you're watching this and children are there, I mean, you're the parent, you make the call, but I don't want to talk about this with my kids. So. My younger kids anyway. Oh, anyway, another topic. Older kids need to know what's up, but anyway, the horrors of SHTF. Okay, sex trafficking, rape, murder, torture, kidnapping, theft, basic stuff. That's what we're dealing with now when there are laws. So what's it going to be like when there are no laws? Okay, without rule of law, right? I believe Pastor Joe coined that term. So what are you going to see? Are you ready for that? Read a book, man, it just popped in my head, and I wish I could remember the author or the name of the book. Anyway, a lot of you guys probably know. Gentleman, and he actually survived the whole ordeal, the Bosnia, Herzegovina, and Yugoslavia, and all that, Serbia. Back during their war, where Yugoslavia got chopped up into bits, and he was a civilian during this, and he wrote a book, very interesting book. If you're ever wanting to really know, instead of just watching movies, and this is what Hollywood says, his book goes into detail about a lot of things. He was talking about, watching his buddies, just get blown up. They were just civilians. They weren't even soldiers. Yeah, they had to fight daily for their survival. Talking about how the government would try to drop supplies, okay, but gangs, if I'm recalling it right, would come in and grab those supplies. So it's like if it didn't land on if it landed on your house, you didn't want to be there because that means everybody's coming, right? But he talks about many different things. So if you look at what we're dealing with now, while we have laws, while we have a justice system, while there is fear of getting caught, okay, and what is happening now? Now you take away that fear that people have, and it's going to be a whole new ball game, guys. The depravity of man is a bottomless pit. If you can imagine what somebody would do, multiply that times 10, 100, 1,000, don't even know. That's what you're going to see. Yeah, you're going to see people, and we're going to get a little graphic, taking a family hostage and then raping the kids in front of the parents. You're going to see mothers being forced to pick which child will die. Okay, you're going to see just evil on a whole new level. And to some people, that is one of their reasons for not prepping. They're like, I don't want to be around for that. Okay. Yeah, you're going to see a huge increase in suicides. I can't even try to guess what the population is going to die at their own hand. But this is stuff you need to try to get your mind around now. And I'm not talking about obsess over this. You'll drive yourself crazy, you know. It's like we prep, we prepare, we try to do things so that when the bad stuff happens, it won't be so bad, right? If that's the only thing we do, then yeah, we're pretty much already screwed before we get started. It's like I made a video a while back about separating your prepping life and your other life, your real life, whatever it is you want to call it, your normal life, okay? The life you show everybody around you life, okay? You need, while you're doing your preps, while you are getting your mind right for the things that can happen, you still need to take the time to enjoy what we have now, okay? Yeah, we all say government sucks, or the economy sucks, or my job sucks, or paying bills sucks, or whatever it may be. At the end of the day, we got pretty darn good life, okay? So that's my 2 cents on that, and I'll let that go. But yeah, getting your mind right for those out there that are thinking that it's going to be a kumbaya, you know, we'll all sit in the share circle and talk about our feelings. No, that's not happening, okay? I mentioned in one of my videos that one of our contributors spoke about talking to somebody whose plan was to do the Marauder thing. Yeah, he's prepping, but he's planning on doing the Marauder thing. So, and that's like a normal everyday guy, right? What are the criminals going to do? Yeah, we had another guy comment, and I agree with him, that a lot of your lower level criminals, they're going to be going to settle old scores with other criminals, and yeah, there's going to be some infighting. But if you take a strong leader and unite those guys together, that's a bad time, guys. Yeah, it's not going to be good. I mean, just look at history. World War II. And I'm not talking about only Nazi Germany. Check out what the Japanese did to the Chinese people in World War II. It's horrific. The Jews in Germany under Hitler, the way he got everybody to do it is because you dehumanize those people, right? We've talked before about making sure you're ready. If you got to do this, making sure you're ready to do that, okay? You don't want that hesitation and then all of a sudden something happens. If you watch any war movies or read anything like that, you know that they've always got terms, okay? You've heard tango down, tango, terrorist, okay? We're fighting the war on terror, right? Okay. Vietnam, Charlie, okay? They're all Charlie. So they always give names, okay? World War II, it was the Krauts, okay? They tried to dehumanize the enemy because they don't want the soldiers thinking about that guy they got in their sights and his 3 kids that he's going to be leaving as soon as he, when he pulls that trigger. He's just orphaned some kids. They don't want us thinking, or us, they don't want soldiers thinking like that, okay? And that's what, to a degree, all of your nasty leaders throughout history, your Stalins, your Hitlers, your Mao's, old Saddam, right? Saddam. They got to dehumanize them. They got to make them the enemy. But yeah, when you're talking about a SHTF event, when you don't have rule of law anymore, those people that are going to take advantage of that don't need that type of teaching. They don't need that dehumanization. They will feed actually off of that. Like I said, the depravity of man is just a bottomless pit. It goes on, and the worst fears you can imagine don't even come close to what they can do. So make yourself ready. Make your family ready to a degree. Okay, you don't want to scare your little kids to death with this, but to each his own. That's y'all's prerogative. But the older kids, they kind of need to know. The ones that are old enough now that they're starting to pay attention to stuff, they're going to need to know what it's going to be like. So yeah, guys, I know this is kind of a heavy video, but once again, it's one of those things that we think about all of our toys, right? We think about all of our bags and lighters and knives and oh, this thing's so cool and all that. But you got to remember why it is we're doing what we're doing. There are going to be people out there that are feeding off of everybody else, and it's not going to be good. So I'll try to make a video here before too long with a little bit lighter mood, okay? But yeah, it's something that we need to remember. Like I said, we like talking about the stuff, we like getting the stuff, we like playing with the stuff, but we need to remember why we're doing what we're doing and what we're trying to prevent from happening to us and ours, right? So with that, we will talk to y'all later. See ya.